So at this point, the nuttery is funny. And I feel like being sarcastic with these people. It's hard to take them seriously. About 3 days ago, this story surfaced about a dog that had been found beaten to death.
Disturbing case of animal cruelty in Fremont. Law enforcement there trying to track down.
We don't know if this is a case of animal cruelty. That's a fact. I'm going to stick with the facts on this video. No opinions.
Whoever killed a dog on a public trail.
A strong word of warning about this story. It is about a dog that was killed, and it includes some images that you might find upsetting. 13 Action News reporter Tony Geft is live to explain what investigators know so far. Tony.
Diane and Lee, investigators know that this dog is a female pit bull mix between 2 to 3 years old. They say it appears someone hit the dog so hard she died. A dog warden posted this picture on
Okay, that could have been in self-defense.
Line in the hope of generating some leads.
No, they posted this image to trigger people. That's the only reason they would post something like this. It had nothing to do with generating leads.
Dog warden posted this picture online in the hope of generating some leads.
It's a heartbreaking image of a dog killed at the hands of abuse.
Just from the evidence of
Killed at the hands of abuse is what he said. And we don't know that. Now, y'all gonna stop doing this. Because one thing we do know is that when these mutants are off leash, roaming around, they attack anything that's living on sight. Now, if someone walking through this trail encountered an off-leash bully breed, do you think that dog is going to walk up and be friendly to them? Oh, of course. I'm sure that's what happened. The dog walked up and tried to give him a kiss, and the evil human pulled out a bat and smashed it across the head. That's it.
It appeared that the dog had died from blunt force trauma to the head.
Kelly Pocock is the Sandusky County dog warden. She posted this picture to the Dog Kennel's Facebook page with the hope of generating some leads.
Anybody that saw anything, no matter how small they think it, of a detail they think that it might be, it could be a huge detail to us.
Pocock says Fremont police...
Yeah, a detail like, hey, yeah, that dog tried to attack me. I threw a rock, smashed it in the head. Then I took off. It wasn't dead when I left. Why would I come forward? Why would anyone come forward, even if they defended themselves? Just the environment that they're creating. Putting out all these threats. So you can't even defend yourself. They're threatening, basically, to lock you up and arrest you if you defend yourself during a dog attack.
He's contacted her.
Do you know what kind of standard this sets? This is going to make people hesitant to defend themselves when the dog is straight charging at them.
Her office after someone riding a bike called 911 about the dog. It was off the North Coast Inland Trail near Roger Young Park.
According to investigators, the person who spotted the dog's body came down this trail at
Where was the owner? Again, imagine if you were walking down this trail and you see an off-leash bully breed. You think it's just going to look at you and go on about its business? It's going to threaten, it's going to attack you. And that's most likely what happened. To assume that this was definitely a case of animal abuse is ridiculous.
About 10 o'clock Sunday morning and did not see anything. When that person returned around 11:45, they found a violent scene. Blood splattered on the pavement, leading down the bank of the Sandusky River to the body of that dog.
So you simply found a dead dog. You have no idea what happened. But y'all are trying to assume that it's a case of cruelty, that somebody did it just for fun. Get out of here.
They did not see the blood splatter at 10 a.m., but they did see it at 11:45. So we know that it happened between those hours.
The sign on the bridge states surveillance cameras in use.
10 o'clock in the morning. Do you think animal abusers are waking up at 10 o'clock in the morning, going out looking for off-leash bully breeds to abuse? This sounds like somebody minding their business came across a unleashed bully breed that tried to attack them, and they successfully defended themselves. But seeing at least that we don't know what happened, y'all need to stop making accusations like this.
However, Pocock says they're not pointed at this area. She sent the dog for a necropsy at OSU. It will help determine how the dog died.
Off and on, we've seen violent cases like this. We don't deal with many of those. So they do hit a little harder when we have to deal with something where a life was taken so violently.
Life was taken so violently. Dogs are the ones that take lives violently. Every time. Sound like this dog might have not died so violently. If you get struck in the head so hard you black out, that's not a violent death. That's not torture. That's not the type of death that people suffer when they're killed by dogs. Okay? And again, that dog could have been killed violently in self-defense, and that person would have been justified.
But you just do the job the same way so that you can get justice for the animal.
No. We're not going to assume that the dog deserved justice. Justice may have already been served, but that person may not have wanted to confess because they understand how you all always look for a way to blame them and charge them with animal cruelty. And it's funny how they go straight to a bunch of dogs being aggressive, threatening, barking. But we're not supposed to assume that the dog was behaving the same way these dogs are behaving.
Just for the animal.
Yeah. This is exactly how that dog most likely was behaving when it saw that person.
The animal.
Until then, she is asking anyone with
Dumb, worthless mutts. I believe someone defended themselves successfully, neutralized the threat. But listen to this.
with information about this 2 to 3-year-old female pit bull mix, or anyone who may have seen anything Sunday, to come forward.
Whoever is responsible for this could face a felony charge, which may lead to a maximum of 1 year behind bars.
Which is exactly why the person who did it, if this was self-defense, will not confess. Because they know you lunatics always assume that they simply wanted to see the dog in pain for fun. Funny how you all look at cases like this and turn a blind eye when these mutants launch unprovoked attacks on people, and you bend over backwards not to do anything to those dogs. You most likely usually adopt them out to someone else. Sick, demonic, devilish culture. Disgusting.